hello, travelers. Hey, what are you talking about here over here? Hey, Vic, you and me versus the world, Vic. Welcome back to more Pangu, or I should say, the last of Pangu. This is the 8th episode. This is the series finale for the Penguin Unlimited series. So we'll see how it ends, but so far I'm still laughing violently in the face of IGN's or the writer, whoever wrote it, man. Reviews by IGN, each one is technically like one writer or one critic, one person they chose to write said review, but that also, whether they mean for it to or not, that's a representative of their entire like company and media brand and all that. So there's definitely some, and people have done some deep dives and deep researches into like who really owns IGN as a whole and kind of the powers to be that help fund it and help, and like in any case, always take reviews with a grain of salt, because this has been a fantastic show from start to finish, not without its flaws, minor though they may be. The stage is set for our ultimate finale. I'm honestly not sure at all what's gonna happen, who's gonna live, who's gonna die, who does or doesn't have plot armor. I have a bad feeling that Oz will make it out on top and that Sophia might bite it, but I've really come around to Sophia might be my favorite character. Vic is also great as well. I'm fearful for him, but anyway, we could talk about this all day, but let's just hop into this. Again, thank you guys and gals so much for watching. But this is the longest episode of the show yet, so thank you to all that have been around for the journey. Full episodes as well will still be available, fully uncensored, uncut, in all their glory at patreon.com/MovieMan101. Without further ado, a great or little thing. What type of cold, open credit sequence are we getting this time? The doctor, the good doctor.
Go back to that time.
Oh, is she actually? We're gonna get a flashback from her point of view to when all your siblings, all your kids were still alive. I'm curious how far back we've gone. I see. There we go. Potentially even younger, unless this is when this is when the police give her the news.
Friend?
Oh, Calabrese
Me?
or Cabrese, the old gangsta. Probably after losing the kiddos. A flask. Look at that thing. Oh damn.
It might do you some good to get out of the house.
The doctor's making her relive this too.
I wish you'd let me pay for the funeral. Oz has been coming around the store a lot lately.
Oswald has always been so goddamn needy.
What he's done. Does she
What he's
know?
done?
Has she always known?
Friend?
I mean, surely she would have put it together. Oh wow.
I found this in his coat. He was with him, Rex. My babies were drowning in those tunnels, and he didn't say a goddamn word.
Well, his mother's no fool.
He's a kid.
He locked them inside the room where they found him. The cops told me they had to pry the door open to reach him.
How would you even reconcile
Oswald
that
didn't want to know.
as a
This is
mother?
what he wanted.
This guy's like,
I
what
got the devil in my house, Rex.
Better the devil you know.
What the hell am I supposed to do?
Take control, shape him, get him under your thumb, help develop that mommy complex.
They say they're looking to make money. Don't buy loyalty. I want loyalty. I bring in guys who are looking for a father. Guys like that.
Ooh.
Got a void to fill.
Oh,
Do
gee.
anything.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, he's right, though.
No, Oswald, he don't need a father. He's got you. You can use that.
Damn.
Foster what he's got. Embrace it.
Villain arc,
Maybe he'd be great.
in a way.
Or maybe not. I don't know.
You want me to look the other way? Ignore what he's done?
Jesus.
What kind of mother would I be? Can't.
Making the best of it, right? Think about it.
Well, then maybe you let him go.
I let him go. You mean?
I think you know what he means, sister. Like, what a choice. What a moral dilemma. What do you do, right?
You'd be willing to help me with something like that?
Sheesh. That's crazy. So she figured it out all these years. She's known what he's done. And so the best thing she can do is try to control the situation and, like, make sure he grows up a certain way. So at the very least, like, I mean, just make sure he doesn't grow up. I mean, what was the goal then? Just try to, like, control him and use him and make sure the bad seed doesn't become, like, the next Ed Gein or something like that? Like,
Ma, I got dinner for you.
Ma, I'm a big, strong bull of a boy. Oh, right before that.
Get dressed.
It makes so much more sense. And then she slides into the role, takes him out for night in the town, makes it seem to Oz as if she's bounced back. Yeah, because that's funny because that was the same story that Oz was telling to Sophia at Alberto's funeral right after the service. That was the whole thing. It's like I don't know what happened necessarily, but she bounced back and we went out dancing at this club one night, and that was the same night she's like, please, like you got to take care of me, Oz. I can't. She's a great actress. Like even as the character in the show, she's like, yeah, you gotta take care of me. It's gonna be all up to you now, Oz. Even though she knows what he is, what he's done, she's like, well, gotta try to take advantage of this best we can. Damn. But I like how we get the recollection of a memory from both Oz's perspective, but also Francis's. And also, just goes to show I keep forgetting the name. What was the doctor's name again? I think I wrote it down here somewhere. Julian Rush. But yeah, Julian, his little like whole red police light therapy bit. It works. It helped. He's good at what he does in terms of getting into his subject. His patient's mind and dredging up all of these old memories. Monroe's. Love the joint. Great aesthetic. Damn. Just disdain. It explains why she flips on a dime on him sometimes. She can't hold up the ruse all the time.
Ma, look who's here.
Rex is gonna drive you home later. I want her to make the night extra special.
Damn. Grooming.
miss him.
I mean, yeah, this
I
is
do too.
the Norman Bates route. Damn. How did it all go wrong, I wonder? Oh, Julian, yeah. And there's the red light.
You're with Oswald, your son. You took him to the jazz club, Monroe's.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I like how this is shot.
I did.
She almost falls out of it. The blending of reality and her mind. I've said it once, I'll say it again. I really like how this show was done in terms of like how purposeful the direction in this show is. From like the cinematography, audio design, the sets, just how all the shots like narratively, like everything is, there's so much thought behind everything. And the behind the scenes just kind of exemplify that. I'll take care of you, Ma.
It's gonna be easier now.
Oh boy.
I got all kinds of.
Yeah, you sound like your father.
That ain't true.
Did we establish
What do you want?
what happened to Oz's father?
Tell me and I'll get it.
So you're gonna take care of me.
Of course I'm gonna take care of you.
I'm gonna take care of you.
When you want people to think you're enjoying something you ain't. When you drink more, when you're sad.
Observant.
See how hard you work. How
Even as a
smart
kid.
you are.
And again, here's the struggle, right? Like she's going between like putting on this like facade to try to control him, but you know, Oz is good at one thing. It's seeing people, it's seeing their desires, and it's seeing like, damn. So he's not entirely wrong, you know, like he's and to be seen, you know, especially by your own flesh and blood.
No one else believes in you like me. No one else is gonna give you what you deserve. I'm gonna get you out of the east side, Ma.
Yeah, bet it's easy. Where we are.
The best then, with a view of the whole friggin' city.
Well, not
I'll
quite
get you
that
expensive
nice.
Clothes and jewelry. Nice shit, too. Just don't give up on me.
Damn, she's gonna take some time, Ma. Oh boy, kids even got the suspenders rocking. And I wonder if like Sophia will find herself the very same theme. I love it, like a more sinister, heavier tone for the theme of the entire show. Love that. Oh man. But at the same time, like I wonder if Sophia's gonna be empathetic at all to like Oz's upbringing. But I think she's too, probably not, right? I mean, look at that. He killed Alberto. He staged the whole thing in the trunk. Like there's Oz has betrayed her by leaking information to her father and getting her incarcerated. Whether he knew what the ultimate, you know, her ultimate trajectory would be or not, I don't. We're back in modern day. Yeah. Vic to the rescue, maybe. Oh boy. Are they gonna swoop in, pick him up? Do we get a nice one take? Oh man. Yeah, the operation's gone, Vic. What Sophia won't do, huh?
Hey,
This alliance is gonna fall.
Down there.
Well, Ozzy's probably dead.
It's gonna be crawling with cops.
You don't know that. Wait, that's it?
The alliance is done.
Be for the product, not the penguin.
You're all a bunch of cowards, you know that? What the hell do you even stand for? What, are you gonna let the Maronis and Gigantes do whatever they want? Look at it!
Ooh, Vic, okay.
You're just gonna run away now? That's bullshit.
Watch what you say, or you're gonna catch a bullet.
You don't have the same type of power that Oz has, Vic. I mean, I guess you can call that a friendly warning. Oh, God. But like Vic's bought in though. Now he's gonna fall down that same path and trajectory that that Oz fell down, which is kind of like now kind of sees Oz as, I mean, definitely a mentor of sorts, but perhaps even like between Oz and Francis, it was kind of like a surrogate family, getting him on his way to a better life and power. So now, I mean, and probably sees Oz as a surrogate father in a way.
Victor! Where's Oz?
Sophia.
Oh shit.
She blew it all up.
What about Oz?
I mean, yeah, in a manner of speaking. So there were other survivors, at least one. Oh boy, this is not gonna end well. Oh, okay, Sophia. Hi, ma'am. Oh, because last time we saw each other was outside the club. Great.
You know, when Berto and I were kids, we found this nest out by the greenhouse with 2 baby birds inside. And the mama bird gave it more food, and I got nervous for the smaller bird. I thought it was going to die, but then one morning, the smaller bird attacked the bigger bird.
Oh.
And then it just pushed its brother out of the nest.
Sound familiar?
At the time.
But
Can
now,
you imagine
here we are.
doing something so terrible to your own brother? But that's not even the wildest part.
Well.
Instead of punishing the smaller bird, caring for it, as
Ooh.
if nothing even happened.
Oh, the grave will out the truth, huh?
Francis.
A little bit of family therapy right here.
Share some hard truths. It might bring about some healing.
Psycho! What is this shit? Talking about birds?
Boys.
You don't like my story?
What, I'm some kind of
Mom, look at
penguin?
me. I'm gonna get you out of here. I swear to God, man. I swear to God, I'm gonna get you out of here.
Oz,
Mom!
you're right. Tell us what happened.
What are you talking? What happened when? What the hell are you talking about?
Why did you tell your mom you weren't with them? Why did you lie to her?
What the hell are you talking about?
Stop pretending.
You done something to her. What the f*** now?
You act. Why are you both so afraid of the truth?
Mom!
It's so sick.
Mom!
Right?
Oh, did she?
that his name?
Oh.
What kind of weird trying to play?
Your last night together was going to be here.
Oh.
Right, Francis?
She couldn't do it.
All right. I just want to know.
You think?
Fuck you.
You think she'll try to like twist this around and get Oz enraged and have Oz kill his own mother? Because that'd be pretty sick and twisted. But Sophia's main goal here is to make Oz suffer.
Give you
Mom!
Oh,
what
what?
you lose.
So she was
Keeping
about
him
to,
alive.
but Oz like
I know what I lost.
talked her out
What
of
he
it.
took from me. He deserves to know about him and how angry you are.
Oz just leaves a trail of pain. Damn.
Yeah!
Oh God. So I see you choosing the hard way.
Fine.
Oh boy.
What are you doing?
And you-
Stay away from her! Don't f*** up!
Oz, was it my brother's right
oh,
or left pinky that you chopped off?
we're taking fingers.
It was the right.
Hey! Don't! Jesus!
Here's the thing.
Don't, Sophia, don't.
I will never get that from my father. But I'm offering you the opportunity to give it to your mother.
What's it gonna be?
Doesn't she? Oz, doesn't she? Tell her what you did to your brothers.
Insane! I already
Does it-
told you I didn't do shit.
Oh
I don't
my
know what you're
God.
fucking talking about.
Man's in a river in Egypt.
She knows. Mom,
Just tell her
she
for
knows.
her sake.
Tell her I wasn't with her. I was with you.
Finger, you
I was with you.
Jesus, just say it. Tell her. I already know.
Jesus.
I know what you always known.
Lies. You're getting things confused. It's just your disease talking, Mom.
Ow! I hate you for what you did. I never stopped hating you.
Damn.
If you would have let me do it.
Oswald. I had enough to give Oswald. You didn't have to leave him down there. You didn't have to take him from me. They were my babies. Your brothers. You're a disappointment. You're a waste of space. I should have let Rex kill you when I had the chance.
Oh. Damn.
You're the devil. You're the goddamn devil.
Well, I was half right. Oh. Oh, gee. Oh, jeez.
Benny.
Damn. Haunting.
Ma.
Damn.
Stop him!
Oh, Jesus. Oh, he's... God damn. Oh, detective's gone. Oh my God, so much to... Dude's in full survival mode. Mom gets him in the gut, still picks her up over one arm, shoots his way out. Nice. Oh, she hit her head pretty hard, too. Damn, I'm shocked. Got out of there all right.
Hey, Ma, you gonna be all right, Ma? You hear me?
Stay in the waiting room. We'll find you.
I'm gonna be able to fix it, right?
Damn. Yeah, how about you, Oz? You're bleeding out, man. Oh my God. Yeah, damn. I thought it was all gonna end in that room.
Oz, it's me again.
Is he gonna stitch himself up?
All right, just call me back.
Where the hell are you?
Oz.
Jeez. Oh no. my fat suit, my bodysuit took a hit. Damn, dude's literally gonna stitch himself up. Or staple. Oh, he got there quick.
Shut the door. Holy shit.
Damn.
What did she do to her? I got there too late. Gangs, I tried to make them see, but they just left.
It ain't you, Vic.
It's the game. It's the way, yeah, it's the game.
I'm left over from, so.
That's not true.
Oh.
It's not just about the drugs. That's part of it, sure. But, I mean, guys like Link, he believes in you.
Link?
Yes.
Can't do shit without the title.
God damn it, Oz. Listen to me. You gave people jobs in Crown Point. You got the power back on. Nobody did that, all right? Nobody else did that. Nobody even tried. Bliss. That's bigger than Bliss, all right? So, get the hell up. Let's go. You know.
You practice that, huh?
Shut up.
No, it's good. It's good. You gotta project more. You know, from your gut.
Public speaking.
Right. It's good fuck.
Inspirational.
Got a promise to keep.
Miles to go before I sleep. We're gonna have one final battle.
For making the trip across the bridge.
Oh, now they're dead. Oh, no. Because they're all already traitors. Like, oh, yeah, they're all dead. Now this is the toast that's gonna kill everybody, for sure.
This was my father's home. Who wants it?
I don't think we're quite clear on what you're offering.
I'm leaving Gotham. There's nothing left for me here. My businesses can all be yours.
Is that right?
Well, not all of yours.
Just kill the penguin.
Whichever one of you brings me Oz first.
There you go.
He's dead. He's not. I'm gonna make this very simple. Whoever finds Oz first can have all the means to control Gotham.
This isn't real. You want us to believe you're gonna walk away from all this? Why would you do that?
Because I can. So who wants it?
Don't do anything that might call attention to yourself.
Boy.
Yeah. Put the gun in the glove.
Put the gun in the glove. Leave the gun. Take the cannoli. Gotham City Hall. Oz, what's your plan, huh?
How do I look?
Like $1 million. Maybe a quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, you look... It's good.
Oh, what's the plan, huh?
You with Oz?
Oh, you rat.
I know he's alive.
Fear just put a bounty on his head.
Listen, you're right.
We gotta do something. But we gotta do it fast.
Mm-mm.
Come on. Tell me
I don't. I don't trust that. I don't trust that because end of the day, Link isn't a. I mean, he's a deputy, right? Like he can't do anything. Like he has an overboss. He's just like middle management. No, there's no way. Abandoned him there in Crown Point, and now he's calling him back, being like, "Oh, you happen to be with Oz, huh? Well, there's a bounty out there. We should probably take care of it or something." Like, no, they're gonna try to get that power and give up Oz. There's no way. I'm curious who he's here to see. Where is Harvey Dent? Oh shit, Bella Real. She making a cameo?
What the Oswald?
Oh, this guy.
I did what you asked.
Works. You, nice acoustics in here, but
Approach the bench.
prefer you not to shout.
As
Listen, I
in-
never got the chance to thank you for helping me out. You know, Crown Point's prettier with lights. But they're pulling bodies out of the rubble down there now. Tragic. I mean, I guess most of the fingers are gonna be pointed at City Hall. Fuck, man, you know, that kind of shit. If the voters want answers, sure, it'd be nice to have some, right?
Answers?
Yeah.
Who to blame?
And what kind of answers?
Answers like the truth. Sophia Falcone, she sent a car full of explosives into the tunnels under the city.
Mm-hmm.
Damn thing went boom.
And why would she do that?
Well, you know,
Because
it's complicated.
that hole in the ground used to be the biggest drug lab in Gotham. Run by a real smart motherfucker, too. Salvatore Maroni.
Oh.
Pushing a new street drug called Bliss.
And you know all this?
I was working for him.
Listen, I try to stay out of these kinds of things.
Is he gonna try to become like go back to being an informant for the government type of deal and be like, yeah, me, I wasn't involved in any of that. However, I can get you some information if we, grease each other's wheels here.
The Maronis kill Sophia's brother. She goes full cycle. She burns Sal's wife and son to a crisp, blows up his entire operation. I mean, what a guy! I gotta get.
It's quite a story.
Yeah. When the cops go digging in that hole, you know what they're gonna find? They're gonna find little pieces of Sophia's G-Wagon. And a bunch of dead Falcons and Maronis, including Salvatore himself.
Some type of gang war going on. You might say we're kind of cleaning up the streets a little bit down there.
You know that. And this looks like an unhinged, angry broad got out of the loony bin and went on a killing spree.
Oh boy.
The councilman, look, you got an opportunity here. Give the people someone to hate.
Try to reincarcerate her. She'll never go down without a fight.
Someone to love.
Oh boy.
Sebastian Haiti. That's the guy who turned the lights back on in Crown Point. Restored people's dignity.
Nice narrative for you,
Knocked up
huh?
the last Falcone end of the drug war that's plagued these city streets for decades. How does that sound?
Sounds nice.
Nice? Piece of shit. That's the kind of win that you can ride all the way to the top, Councilman.
And in return?
You want a seat
Might
somewhere?
be good to feel welcome in a place like this for a change. You'll meet some of those friends you got. Hell, maybe one of these days we'll bump into Bella Real.
Oz Cobb getting involved in Gotham politics. Hey, he tried the criminal angle. Didn't work out too
You're
hot.
gonna have some trouble.
The gang
Oz.
shit.
Real, she's forming a commission, anti-corruption. And they have a list of Carmine's associates. They're gonna subpoena you. You wanna be welcome? You gotta look clean.
I can do that.
There's a whistle.
Oh Lord.
Pal.
Oz Cobb. Pengu in the big house. Alright. Changing lanes, switching tactics. Wonder what Vic's gonna feel about that. Hey, adapt, improvise, overcome, eh, Oz? Oh, is it? Oh, we actually getting a Bella Real cameo? Hey, that's cool. You gonna try to talk to her now? Nope, not just yet. Just a little peeky poo. A little peek. Someday. Oz Cobb, Mayor Gotham. Oh. Don't like that.
Oz.
Assassination attempts here? Oh boy.
Get in.
Well, short-lived. Got all her outfits, I swear. Unless they all try to turn the tables once they get there, but even then.
Mr. Sal.
I have Oz.
Fucking relax.
Should we bring him to the house?
Goodwin International, Hangar 5. Congratulations.
And to you.
I mean, I think it's gonna go one of two ways, right? And then also, where's Vic? Like, Sophia thinks Zhao's bringing, old Pengu in. Oh, she's gonna burn it all down. Bringing Pengu in to give him up, but I mean, maybe. Burn down the whole Falcone mansion. Lot to process there, huh, kid? I'll give you the whole operation, except for the house. Maybe she will get to leave. I got a bad feeling she won't be able to make it out of here, like out of Gotham alive, but I hope that she gets a chance to truly break free. And Oz gets what he deserves in that, like, he's, like, quote-unquote stuck in Gotham. Just keep on playing and running the same game. Then the question is, like, who's truly free, right? Oh, here we have the final. If they just execute Oz, can you imagine? Because where's Vic, Maybe Vic swoops in to save the day and he gets himself killed. Oh, there's Vic. Okay. Maybe she just lets him live. I have no idea how this is going to go.
Thank you, Mr. Zhao.
Will you end things here or drop him over the Atlantic? See if the penguin can fly.
Zhao?
Hand it over.
Damn. Oh my god.
Slow.
He had at least one more guy on his side.
You say you and me go for a drive?
Come on. Just back and forth. Reminds me of the Gotham show where it's like, no, it's my turn to kill you.
Just like old times, huh?
Oh my god. I don't want her to die,
Go
though.
somewhere.
What did you say to get Link to turn? I'm sure you
Power.
promised him something.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you and the Dilo never would. Shot.
There you go.
A chance to be somebody. Link was tired of being overlooked. He ain't the only one neither. Years ago, brushed aside.
Oh, all the under...
Believe shit and like it. Breaks you. You want to break somebody else.
Damn.
You would have understood that.
All the right-hand men and women.
Considering you don't see that everyone around you is starving. You got no idea what it feels like. You know what people will do to push that down? Anything to push down that feeling.
You think I don't understand that? Oswald Cobb, man of the people.
That's right. Here we are.
What, some poetic location? Man, I know how it's probably going to end now, but I don't want it to. Like, I like Sophia's character a lot. Also, what happened to Julian? Is he just, like, gone? Dead? What's your grand plan now, huh, Oz? Out by the harbor? The water, whatever?
Oh, you don't want to put your gun to my back? How's your mom? Has she told you she loves you yet?
Turn around.
You were right. She knew from the very beginning. You have always been a monster.
You're never gonna find peace. You know that? Sick like you. You're going to hell, sweetheart.
I'll save you a seat.
I mean, there's a chance maybe he'll spare her, but I kind of doubt it. Oh. Or is it like, I found her, she's being arrested? Oh, man. Damn. The villain. Arguably even worse. To be arrested and recommitted. The tragedy of Sofia Gigante. Hey, maybe she'll be a player that returns in the future, though.
All right, Ma. Get some cups. Beautiful. That's what I'm talking about. Look.
Crooked politic called to wreak havoc
This is all me.
on the hardworking people.
I fed him this. Look at him spitting it out, Ma. What do you think? Ma.
She's still alive? Oh, damn.
Ma, look at me. Look at me. She needs some help. Get somebody in here. Get a doctor in here. Get a doctor. Ma, look at me. Come here, look at me, Ma.
Unless she's, like, playing catatonic so she can, like, take out her son.
There's something wrong. You gotta help her. She ain't responding.
Sir, we've been looking for you, but didn't know how to reach you.
Why not?
Was she dead?
Your mother has suffered a serious stroke.
So she's a vegetable, or?
I'm so sorry.
What? What's going on?
I'm afraid the stroke has left her in a persistent vegetative state, and given your mother's age and her Lewy body diagnosis...
Whoa, what the f*** are you talking about? You say she's a vegetable?
Sir...
This is another idiot. Get the doctors in here. Get the f***ers in here.
Damn. And you let the last thing she did was stab her son. Last conversation she had. Call this a win still, Oz? Damn. But bro is so entrenched in denial.
I did it. I'm the fuck.
Well, not yet, Oz, but suppose you can get there. You did come out on top of this, more or less.
Don't do this to me, all right? You can't do this to me, please. Ma, tell me you're proud of me, please. Come on, just once and tell me you're proud of me. Tell me I did good. I did it for you, Ma. I did it all for you. The whole thing. It's what you wanted.
God damn. You and me, Vic.
I don't know what happened. Look, she was fine. Everything I ever done was for her.
She knew that.
Better
Think
for
she
Weiss.
forgives me?
Nah, don't worry about it.
All kinds of things.
It's the closest he'll ever get to saying it.
None of this came easy, you know. Can't stop thinking about them. My brothers, you know, what kind of men they'd be if they had the chance. What they'd think of me.
My family. I miss them. I really miss them.
Yeah, take the rest. You know I couldn't have done any of this shit without you, right?
Oh, you would have been dead multiple
that.
times.
I mean, bringing Link into the fold, I didn't see it at first, but it's a smart move. You did good, kid.
Thanks. You're family to me. You know?
Damn. That hits, huh?
You and me, it's good that we met. I mean, you see me at my lowest, all this shit with my mom by my side every
Step.
Oh, dude, if he kills him, by the way.
Can't bring you with me this time.
Oh my god, dude. Because he's gonna get into politics, he has to be clean. Because Vic has seen and done too much. Dude, if he... Oh my god, I was getting worried the way he was talking. Dude, if he takes Vic out right now, that is so upsetting. But I also called it like episode 1 or 2. Oh my god.
What do you mean?
You leave Vic alone.
I mean, that's the thing about family.
Oh my
It's
god.
your strength drives you. If it don't make you weak, too. And I can't have that no more.
Vic doomed himself.
I can't have that shit. I can't. Please. Too much. Please. Too much. You're a good man, Vic. It wasn't for nothing.
God. Absolute monster. Animal. I knew it. I called it from the beginning. That's a goddamn shame. Well, no, Victor's ass theory's out the window. He'll do whatever it takes. Had to stay clean. Christ, loot the corpse. There's nothing he won't do. Damn. He said I can't have nothing. I can't have nothing of family. No weakness. Killed his brothers. Jesus. Strangled him, left him there by the water. As the water washes his identity away like it did his family. Oh my god, and then Sophia. Oh my god. What a downer ending. You gonna help her escape again? What's up? She's right back where she was.
It's from a woman named Selena Kyle. She says she's your half-sister.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, well, of course, you already opened the mail. Oh, shit.
Sophia.
We got some characters queued up for part 2, huh? Oh my god. Both been hurt by the same man. Perhaps a glimmer of hope. Kinship? I don't know. Damn. Vic, man. Oh, new car, but still purple. Oh my god, get out of here. Upgraded from the Maserati, huh? And now in politics. Oh my god. I can't. Oh, the top hat. Oh my god, get out of here. Look at that. New drip, new threads. Goddamn top hat. Where's the monocle, huh? Where's the umbrella? This a meeting with Bella Real? Oh my god. He got... That's crazy. As he promised, got her the penthouse with a view of the whole city. He's got the money and power now. Dude, oh my god. I'll never forgive you what you did to Vic. I'll never forgive you.
How we doing today? Feeling any better?
Got you what I promised. Still can't admit the truth. Keeps her up here in her golden cage now.
It's everything you wanted.
It's a dark show, man. But it's very fitting. Very on brand, on character. But yeah.
There she is.
Part 2 comes around, you're gonna have this beautiful penthouse. Oh. Oh man, he's in his own. Oh damn, entrenched in his head.
Dance with me, sweetheart.
Bro has a castle up here though. I do like the outfit though.
Me in love, man.
I love you, Oswald.
It makes sense. He won because he did whatever he was willing to do whatever it would take.
Proud of me.
I am so proud of you.
Man's literally Norman Bates. I can't.
Good name.
My beautiful boy.
Beautiful bull of a boy. Well, there you go. A little bit of Batman at the end there. Great stuff. Crazy. I gotta read that IGN review. I swear. This end of the series thing. That's probably what I'm gonna do. That was great. I loved and hated it for reasons that don't apply to the quality of the show. There's the tragedy of Sofia Gigante and how she ended up right back where she was able to narrowly escape from. The tragedy of Victor Aguilar. That's a goddamn shame. Dude just literally choked him out in his arms. Was it's almost like he doomed himself when he was like, yeah, your family. He's like, I can't have that because he's going legitimate now because he's still a major criminal, still dirty dealing, but he can't have any loose ends, anything to tie him to any of his past. Because in order to get the power and the glory and the fame, he's working his connections in the government, and now he's going to be involved in Gotham politics going forward. Track. Boy, oh boy. One final behind the scenes. That was fantastic. That was a great little mini series there. Great 8 episodes. Well, that's nice to learn more about dementia research. I like that at the end there. Little card.
Put you up somewhere real nice. In a penthouse like you want.
But she also kind of like got the ultimate come around, and I don't want to say comeuppance, but she wasn't entirely innocent in all this. She knew what happened and she stayed quiet, and she almost had her own like a hit put out on her own son. So like she's been lying to herself and encouraging him the whole time too.
The Ballad of Reading Jael by Oscar Wilde thing, and it's about how each man destroys the thing he loves. And so an apt title for it. The top of episode 8 is Frances's entree and the fact that she knew what Oswald did to her sons the whole time.
Well, then maybe let him go.
What Oz doesn't know is that she's asked Rex to kill him for her, and then they go to a jazz club. But what Oz sees that as is a celebration of he has his mom back. And then he turns around and he's so happy to be with his mom. Like, something's wrong with this kid. I think she made a choice when she chose to keep him alive, and so she made a deal with the devil.
Don't give up on me.
And she just takes one step at a time. And then we find them in this knot.
One of the things that Lauren did so brilliantly was the idea of the way that Oz understands the story versus the way that we come to understand.
Sophia brings Frances back to this rundown jazz club. In any other instance,
it's decayed and the chandeliers. It's almost like an earthquake hit it. I pitched Lauren the theme of the jungle. Gotham is like a jungle. It's a dangerous place. Play with that theme, but in a fanciful way.
Even the settings.
It's a very evocative place.
Go on us to do it.
just say it, tell her.
It's just your disease talking, Ma.
I never stopped hating you. My babies are dead. Sound.
I should have let Rex kill you when I had the chance.
From his mother that he can never unhear.
You're the goddamn devil.
Is enormously satisfying. There's nothing better. Up until it all sort of goes haywire.
Yeah.
Sophia decides to leave Gotham behind. But first, before she goes anywhere, she needs to hurt Oz.
Yep.
It all seems great until everything
can't let
goes
go.
down. I've always said this show is a tragedy, and so that's where you really start to feel it.
Yeah.
What we wanted to do is Oz drive her towards the water under a bridge, and that there would be a final Oz and Sophia showdown. This is a show about Oz. It's called The Penguin, and you know in some form he's going to rise above in some way.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Somebody in the comments was like, Oz does not have plot armor. I'm like, bullshit, he does it. Like, it's like, what do you think is going to happen? Like, Oz might not make it, you know, through too many of these new Batman movies, but like, I had a feeling he wasn't going to go down in the show.
It is a fate worse than death for her to go back to that place.
Exactly.
He really turns the tables, and there is no worse thing to happen to her.
Once you mess with his mom, there's no going back. He's going to make sure Sophia's punished. Towards the end of the show, Victor has seen Oz at his most vulnerable. The two of those guys have been through everything together. Someone seeing his vulnerability feels like a weakness, cannot achieve what he needs to achieve if he has those weaknesses around.
For him to be betrayed by the person that he considers family now, it made me go, wow, this guy's worse than I thought.
It wasn't for nothing. That's the tragedy of the story.
It's Oz really in that moment when he kills Victor, killing his own heart and becoming a monster.
Oz at the end of this show, he's not the Oz we left in the movie. He's progressed in his criminality.
But he will not have his mother's love. She ends up in a state she never wanted to be in, that he knew she never wanted to be in.
The story's about having to fully
stare literally didn't want to be a vegetable and was like, promise me you'll take me out.
Gets you.
Couldn't do it.
Which is less than nothing.
In the story, the way he needs him to be, and you realize just how broken he is. And Eve is an incredibly key aspect to that.
Eve. Ultimate role play for him. She's really taking on.
Oh, I didn't even. I keep saying Eden, by the way, and it's Eve. I didn't even put it together. I thought it was all in his head, but literally Eve is like that. Wow.
Literally taking on the wardrobe, the look.
Series, it's a very dark moment.
Now,
I'm gonna watch the behind the scenes. I didn't even put it together.
Delusional that there is something darker in him than you might suspect. to have it feel very tragic in the end. So even when Oz succeeds and even when Oz gets everything he wants, I wanted it to feel tragic. He created his own delusion in that way to end.
But it's completely in character, on brand. Yeah, I can't believe I didn't even recognize her. I feel foolish now. Dude, that's Eve at the end there. We're getting all queued up for the Batman Part 2. And apparently there's a potential Joker spin-off show coming up as well. But if they're all as good as this one, then by all means. We have gone through the Penguin miniseries. We've gone through After Hours, Inside Man, Bliss, Cent'anni, Homecoming, Gold Summit, Top Hat, and A Great or Little Thing. Good stuff. Definitely great stuff. Here, I for the sake of it, I have to. Gotta see what they put about this. 5 out of 10 review they gave it back in September. Mediocre. The Penguin puts Collin Farrell back in the Batman's transformative makeup, but it fails to build a compelling mob drama around him. I would love to hear this, please. After Oswald Oz Cobb spends 4 episodes cutting a path of destruction across Gotham City, someone finally says it. You got too many plates spinning. As the Batman, the movie, established, the Penguin character is no stool pigeon, but the Penguin HBO spin-off is not opposed to telling on itself. In the process of squeezing some premium cable mayhem out of material originally conceived for the Batman Part 2, but that's kind of a bold assertion to make. Showrunner Lauren LaFranc and team have taken on more than they can handle. It was ambitious to build a bridge to a superhero event film with a mob mini-epic airing in the hallowed time slot once occupied by one of the latter genre's undisputed masterpieces, The Sopranos. All the while, they're also filling in the background of a villain mostly made of prosthetics and ushering a more recent addition to Batman lore into the big time. Oh yeah, and they're trying to do it all in only 8 episodes. To contrast with what The Sopranos, the other members of the DeMeo crime family were only just starting to catch wind of Tony's forbidden therapy regimen by episode 8. In TV terms, this isn't a lot of time, and the Penguin, as a result, is a mess. Sometimes an entertaining mess, but more often one that shoehorns its characters' and relationship arcs into an oh-so 2024 running length. The franticness that ensues suits the impulsive, talk-his-way-out-of-any-bind protagonist, while also fueling a gnarliness and bloodlust that's never as sensational as the big budget and prestige TV trappings make them out to be. Oz is, frankly, an odd choice to build an entire series around. He works as a supporting player in The Batman, with Farrell's approximation of a new Jersey dialect, and the character's reimagining as a 2-bit hood, adding some notes of Francis Ford Coppola and Martin Scorsese to Gotham's gangland stew. Farrell's disappearance into Robert De Niro facial expressions and James Gandolfini vocalization continues here, though it starts to feel like less homage and more like pastiche after a few episodes. What keeps Oz from feeling like the sum of TV and movie gangsters who've come before him is Farrell's gift of gab and a wounded soulfulness that no amount of silicone and hairpieces can hide. I don't know what you're talking about. I think he still disappears. It's literally hard for me to dig him out of that role. But the most impressive creative decision involved with Oz Cobb, not Cobblepot, for that would be too whimsical for a franchise that revolves around checks notes, a billionaire orphan who strikes fear in the hearts of criminals, a cowardly and superstitious lot by dressing like a bat. This man is jaded. Dude, this man is so jaded.
Cobblepot would be too ridiculous for a show about a man who dresses up as a bat. It's like...
Has nothing to do with the visual representation. It's the choice to make him an ambitious screw-up, a guy who thoughtlessly knocks over a domino in the premiere and spends the next 7 episodes trying to claim ownership of the pieces falling around him. But they tie it all in together, though, because he's always been that way. As they show you as he's a kid, he's like, he makes these reckless decisions and is able to somehow be able to reap the rewards from it, but still, like, is broken and suffers in the process. But that's making the Penguin out to be more intricately plotted than it actually is. Oz's rise to it's so easy to be a critic sometimes like this. Oz's rise to power is positioned as an artfully planned heist, but it plays out like a series of reckless smash and grabs. I wouldn't say it's an artfully planned heist. He makes moves and gets plans going. I wouldn't say in an artful sense. It's more just in a very greasy, grimy, by the seat of his pants sense. It starts out promisingly enough. His cross-Gotham attempts to cover up a lethal mistake make for an absorbing premiere with the feel of an anti-comic book one-off. It provides Oz a crucial sidekick in the original character Victor Aguilar, played by Renzi Feliz, with a baby-faced "what did I get myself into" dismay that comes in handy throughout the series. but it also sets a pace that's fatal to the remaining episodes, which plow through any obstacle and undermine all potential conflicts with a blunt force convenience that kills all suspense in the race to fill the power vacuum left by the late crime boss Carmine Falcone. I agree and disagree. It's kind of like how this episode started. I chalk it up to unpredictability and just the volatile nature of our characters, but I can, like, things do kind of flip-flop, whether it's like, oh, you know, Salvatore's got him on his back now, and then go down to the hangout, and then he ends up getting the one-up on Salvatore. Oh, now Sophia's got him in, you know, the old club, but then after his mom goes down, Penguin breaks out and shoots his way out of there. Like, it can kind of seem that way, but also there are some conflicts that I think last longer. You know, I mean, granted, you only have 8 episodes to tell it, but things move at a quickish pace in the last half of the show, but I don't think that's like to the show's detriment per se. I think it still moves it there were still moments where I was like, oh, there's cliffhangers here on a weekly basis. You're still wondering what's going to happen next. I don't think any of the conflicts seem to be overcame easily. In fact, I think a lot of the show is Oz Cobb like facing one, like he has some W's here and there, but he's facing one L, one loss after the other in the show. By the end of it, sure, he's won, but there's heavy quotation marks around that win. Like, did he really win? Like, he got what he wanted, but as they've said, and as I can attest and agree to, he's an extremely broken man who had to kill a lot of what he loved and cared about. As a devotee of Amy Sherman Palladino's fast-talking TV dramedies, I was tickled to find Falcone's heir apparent played by guys once romanced by the marvelous Miss Maisel and one of the Gilmore Girls. And as a fan of The Sopranos who spent a lot of the Penguin overanalyzing Oz's tastes in leather jackets and gold chain jewelry, I was pleased to get an actual, if somewhat tangential, connection to that series, and Krista Milioti, is that how it is? Followed up her brief stint as Catherine Sacramone with her portrayal of Falcone daughter Sophia. When Milioti uncorks her portrayal of the crime family's formerly institutionalized black sheep, it's like nothing else in The Penguin. Yeah, agreed. Really, her eye-popping menace is closer to something out of Gotham, the Adam West Batman series, or any other Caped Crusader adjacent production that doesn't take itself so damn seriously. Her unpredictability doesn't help the Penguin's all-gas, no-break storytelling, but her loud wardrobe and Milioti's brash acting choices, her table manners, which send a chill down the spine of the fish-guzzling Penguin Danny DeVito plays in Batman Returns, add some much-needed color in a washed-out Gotham, still recovering from the havoc wreaked by the Riddler and his followers. More than any of its predecessors, the Batman crafted a setting that felt like a living, breathing city with residents and institutions that existed and functioned independently of any masked vigilantes or their eccentric foes. Alright, while the Penguin is an extension of that world building, it also makes Gotham feel smaller by focusing so tightly on a family that we know is explicitly linked to Matt Reeves' interpretations of Bruce Wayne and Selina Kyle. Good for a depiction of the all-encompassing, unavoidable corruption that defines the on-screen version of Gotham, but kind of limiting to the scope of the type of stories that can be told within the Batman epic crime saga. It's like how Star Wars has a whole galaxy at its disposal, yet we keep getting movies and TV shows that inevitably tie back to the Skywalker. What are you talking about? Setting the Penguin in the wake of Edward Nashton's coup de grace helps explain why Bruce isn't getting involved. He's clearly got other things to attend to. But as bodies start piling up and the streets flood with a new drug called Bliss, it starts to strain credulity that any of this is flying under his radar, or sonar. Well, for one, barely any time has passed. Yeah, his plate's full. I saw some people online joking about it where it's like, you know, how come he's not showing up for any of this? But like, that was kind of part of it, right? The whole thing with Batman is that you saw him, I mean, I guess he occasionally goes to the lower income neighborhoods and whatnot, but a lot of what he does is relegated to like the inner city, like the deep downtown heart of Gotham. And they said it themselves in this, Crown Point is overlooked and forgotten by pretty much everybody. I don't know about that. They're accusing the Penguin of being an extension of this world building while making Gotham feel smaller and tightly focused on this family that should be tied more into it. Again, I disagree. We go all over Gotham. Like we're in Crown Point for a lot of it, some lower income places. We also kind of go out to like the outer area, like the more like, you know, where the Falcone estate is. We go there for that family. We go to like another suburban neighborhood where Oz was having his mother taken care of, as I said, we end up in Crown Point. We're there to see the effects, literally the direct effects of what the Riddler's plot and everything, what that has on our characters for their past and their stories. We go to the harbor, we're underground, we get flashbacks to literally old Gotham back in the day. Like, just because we're not right in the thick of the city and Bruce Wayne's and we don't have like Robert Pattinson making a cameo. We literally see Bella Real. She has a cameo. She's mentioned by name. We go to Gotham City Hall in downtown Gotham. The point of a spin-off show like this is to be in the same universe, but to expand upon one, in this case, one particular character, and to be able to do that, and then still introduce new characters like Sophia, like Victor. Now, granted, do the other under bosses, like the other crime syndicates, like Fane Zhao and all that, feel a little bit undercooked? You can make an argument saying that they show up when the scene calls for them, but the show's not about them. And even then, that still shows that like different gangs are all involved in this, and I think that's an unfair comparison to make. Like, you want a spin-off show, but you want it to be like right in the basement of the Batman as a movie, if that's like a house, right? I don't agree with that. I think there's some of his arguments I can get on board with a little bit, but. Or maybe he can't be made to care. Sophia aside, the Falcones aren't all that compelling, and their infighting and tug-of-war with rival Sal Maroni suffers as a result. Not that compelling. I thought Sophia's I thought her story is immensely compelling. Sophia, her backstory of how she was betrayed by the Falcones. If you wanted more of the Falcones, that was in the Batman, like the head of the families, as they were like the direct involvement. This is like Sophia, but like literally Sophia is like at odds with her family, and we literally get flashbacks to. Okay. The Penguin props up this middling drama with pieces of so many genuine mob classics. Some shadows and lighting borrowed from The Godfather here, the Goodfellas-esque portrait of the gangsters who protected and terrorized Ozd's old neighborhood there. But the fact that the subject of Oz's finest reminiscing is played by Louis Cancelmi can only go so far. I still don't see what the problem is here. Like, literally this show, because the show is an homage, this reviewer is like, oh yes, well you can clearly, we're not even paying homage, we're just like, we're trying to make a cheap imitation of what came before, which is like, that, what? Like, characteristics and relationships are tossed into the rubble too quickly to make a lasting impression. Oz pivots between allies and adversaries with such fickleness and frequency that we don't get a chance or even a good reason to appreciate how he's playing them off one another in a tussle to control the Bliss trade. A small percentage of me can see that argument. Yeah, the show moves at a pretty fast pace. I think it all backs up. The show is built around Oz, and that's his nature. Like, he will fly by the seat of his pants. He'll do whatever he needs to do to get out of a situation alive, and he'll betray who he needs to betray. I mean, turning on people. But I think that he's had, if we go by his reason and his methodology, I think that his reasons make sense in the moment. And even though it moves a bit quicker, that's like the nature of how it goes. And we have some time jumps here and there. Like, the time it took to get that operation for Bliss up and running was no small feat. A rote crime doesn't pay message is written all over each aggressively tinted frame of the Penguin. Aggressively tinted, dude, this guy's angy. But it's only truly felt through Victor's arc, and even then we only get one mid-series episode to see all he's sacrificing to be Oz's right-hand man. When the following episode gives way to an extended flashback to Sophia's harrowing stay in Arkham State Hospital, I found myself wondering, is the Penguin faltering because it's doing too much across such a short span? Or is there actually not enough substance to Oz's Scarface-like accent and Sophia's attempt to stop it to fill out 8 episodes? The padding that emerges in later episodes suggests the latter. Oz has his own tragic backstory interlude on tap, a rewind alongside his alien mother, Frances, that's rife with the sort of 11th hour reveals that are intended to shock but wind up infuriating instead. Why keep this sort of information from your audience when it's probably constantly on your characters' minds and could have added much needed dimension before now? But it is. You can see it in their faces. Like, for one, it makes sense for Oz because he is like, this man lives in a river in Egypt. He is in denial. I think that if he was struggling with it, that would add almost too much empathy to it. I think that the way that he struggles with it is ever since from episode 1 all the way through, his mother is like the crux of all this, right? Like, and she is almost always, she's in almost every episode. Like, you can tell, like, in her face and demeanor and her reactions that they're like, now that you have more to draw from the well of lore and backstory, then you get why she it makes more sense aside from it's not just the disease like Oz kept saying it was, but also it's her knowing the truth and having to have lived with that for all these years. So you see it in her. It makes sense why you don't see it in him, because he's literally in denial and he's so entrenched in this narrative that he just cannot say it. The closest we get is that final conversation between him and Vic on the bench. And even then, he cannot say it. He just can't bring himself to do it. His mother's pinky's about to be chopped off. She's being tortured in front of him. He just can't say it no matter what. So I feel like the reviewer here is not really taking that into account. Like, it's a reveal for us because we find out, like, we all, I think all of us kind of figured we'd eventually find out what happened to his brothers, but we kind of chalk it up to, like, how could it possibly be him because he has such strong family values. We know that Oz is a greasy guy that'll betray who he needs to get to the top, but when it comes to family, as far as we can tell, what the show sets a precedent for is that, like, family means the world to him. Like, all he's got left is his mother. He's taking care of his mother. That's all that matters. And then as the show progresses, it is then revealed, like, oh no, it turns out actually, like, he was responsible for his brother's demise. And, like, you know, he only had, like, and by the end of it, even Vic taking out family because he just can't, like, I think it's unfair to say that makes more sense for a reveal. We get the reveal by the end where it's like, oh, it turns out that he's responsible for these things and he is the biggest hypocrite and biggest monster of them all. And now we knew he was bad, but after this show, we find out how truly bad he was and how it all came about. And then we have these revelations of what him and his mother did in the past. I think it makes sense to do it that way, but whatever. The Penguin wants us to see its leads as underdogs. Oz loves describing them as such, but it takes constant shortcuts towards earning our sympathies. They're broken and discarded people, united by misfortune, which the show literalizes in disabilities and medical conditions, clumsily grafted onto their characterization. Oz's club foot, which existed in the movie and in the past of, like, Penguin as a character, like always having some type of ailment. Like, I don't know if the club foot has always been an iteration of Penguin. I mean, he's always had a cane, right? Like some type of, like, long-standing injury. Sophia's mental illness, Vic's stutter, Francis's Lewy body dementia. None of this provides deeper insights into psychology or personality as much as it gives the actors more on-camera business to attend to. The wobbly gait that contributes to Oz's hated nickname, for instance, and they sometimes feel like attributes called upon only when the story demands it. Go f*** yourself. What are you talking about? At worst, there's something to gawk at, as in one ghastly close-up of Oz's gnarled foot. Hard disagree. Sophia's mental illness really comes about from, like, her trauma she endured in Arkham, which literally ties into her character of being... This is such a crazy, jaded, crazy review. Like, I guess an argument could be made saying, oh, we have all these characters that have all these different things that, like, bring them together. But all of it makes sense both narratively and thematically. Oz's club foot. Okay, this version of the Penguin in the Reeves universe, that's what goes into his character. I didn't hear any complaints about it in the movie, which this guy keeps propping up as, like, the gold standard, and yet now is shitting on aspects of it, calling them shortcuts to empathy and sympathy for the sake of the show. Now we have Sophia's mental illness, which, again, you can make an argument saying that before all that she went through, she had mental illness, but literally, her whole character is based around a woman that realized that the crime family she was in was even worse than she thought, tried to uncover the truth, is betrayed, incarcerated, traumatized, and then that's when, again, like, I guess you can call it mental illness, but then she's a different person because of it. And that goes into the narrative, like the whole plot of her as a character and trying to break free from what her father and what, like, this prison of her family has been. Vic's stutter, I mean, that one, I mean, look, an argument can be made that it's only in there to add, like, something to the character, and that, sure, that's the only reason Oz might not have blown his head off that night is because he saw something of himself in Vic. But, like, again, is that a bad thing? And then, yeah, Francis has Lewy body dementia. Like, okay, yeah, she's old and dementia happens. That's just what it is. And it says, oh, it doesn't play into her character at all. When literally, like, it's like he chalks up her, like, you know, behavior and her quirks and her character can be chalked up to, oh, well, it's all, she's losing her mind because of the dementia, but we find out there's actually a deeper, darker secret there, and the dementia is just an unfortunate additional ailment that Francis has to deal with. But acting as if, like, dementia isn't a thing that a lot of like elderly go through anyway, so the odds of her having it would be pretty high up there, I'd say. I don't know. The only argument I think could be made in this case, you can make an argument about Vic's stutter, but that's more like, that one is a little bit convenient sometimes, but even then, I don't have a problem with it. But to say that none of this provides deeper insights into psychology or personality, as it gives actors to have more on-camera business, like that's grossly unfair. Attempts to do the most within the Penguin's limited real estate occasionally hit on something interesting. Sophia's targeting of the people closest to Oz leads her to the doorstep of, and a wonderfully tense meeting of the minds with his girlfriend Eve. Oh, so he gave credit to like a couple scenes here, played by Carmen Ejogo, but it also leads to some embarrassing detours, like the scenes from Sophia's stay in Arkham, the sort of heightened, grimy, through-the-looking-glass psychodrama that gives the term cartoonish a bad name. The hell was wrong? I mean, yeah, the only thing I would say about that is that there was the one gal that stabbed herself with a fork. She was a little bit tropey. Maybe it was just like, I'm crazy and I'm gonna be taking you out. But like, to say that her stay in Arkham is the cartoonish, like, it's Arkham Asylum. Like, what do you want? It's her whole backstory episode. The problems plaguing the series are thrown into stark relief by the finale, which stretches the trip into Oz's past into a second episode while attempting multiple gut punches that fail to land because the people involved haven't been given the screen time to matter to each other or to us. Cap, they all matter to me. I got a little bit misty-eyed during that Francis and Oz scene in the club, and then I could see it coming in the last moments there, but like, you know, I called Vic's demise from episode 2, and sure enough, like, yeah, by the end of it, like, that hit. That was terrible, and it made sense, but it still felt terrible. The acts of mimicry reach their lowest point here, with a betrayal that recalls but can't quite conjure the quietest devastation of character deaths from The Sopranos and Breaking Bad. It's jaw-dropping for all the wrong reasons. Disagree, but okay. To the bitter end, Oswald Cobb's ambitions get the better of him. Perhaps he'll fare better when someone else's spinning plates are at the center of the picture. Verdict. It's tempting to pat the Penguin on the back for at least trying something, but that's the type of patronizing gesture that would cause Collin Farrell to sneer through the layers of prosthetics that transform him into Oswald Oz Cobb, which, by the way, quite a cut and jab at the actor of Collin Farrell to suggest that the only reason he does this so well is because of the fat suit he puts on, when so much goes into this character. Like, I've seen movies where you could put somebody under layers of prosthetics and they absolutely bomb, but to call into question his performance and say that, oh, Collin Farrell's portrayal of the Penguin only is as good as it is because of this ridiculous getup that he's wearing, I think is grossly unfair and frankly an insult. A highlight in small doses in The Batman, Oz withers in the spotlight of the Penguin. When he's not overshadowed by ally turned enemy turned ally turned enemy again, Sophia Falcone, played to the hilt by Christine Milioti, the limited series worships at the altar of The Godfather, Goodfellas, Scarface, The Sopranos, and Breaking Bad, but Sophia's families are no Corleones, Oz is no Tony, and these 8 episodes, they're not given the time or space to get anywhere close to those crime and drama landmarks. The Batman was overstuffed too. Shut the fuck up. The Batman was overstuffed too, but at least it had a solid, straightforward mystery at its core for everyone to orbit. The mob drama being built around Oz requires something grander and more operatic to succeed. Unfortunately, the Penguin lacks the chops, the wit, and the wings to reach those heights. To give it a 5, by the way, is crazy. More reviews by Eric Adams. Did he review... so did the same guy review each individual episode? I'm curious. But he gave Smile 2 a pretty good review, didn't he? Terrifier 3, The Penguin, The Acolyte. And for the credit that he did give the show, you would think it'd be a 6 or 7, but a 5 is, yeah, no, I'm going to say no. All right, well, I mean, I had my little fake conversation with him just there. I agree. I will agree insofar as that The Penguin is not a perfect show. It is not like my favorite show of the year. It's not, we're not quite there. And I agree that 8 episodes for the epic kind of story they're going for here. 8 episodes, maybe not enough. Something like Gotham, that although Gotham might have been, as much as I loved the journey with Gotham, might have been too long. But I agree, either longer episodes or more episodes, you know, let some moments breathe a bit more, some story arcs and all that continue longer. I think given the 8 episodes and what they did with each episode was still great. I think it was still a fantastic time altogether. I can admit that some things kind of happen quickly, but I think it matches the tone and the pace of the show, and I don't know. It makes sense. Like, it's not going to be a masterpiece in the way of those other shows he was talking about, but clearly it's a series that's done in, like, homage to some of the greats out there. I don't think that means it's trying to, like, rip off or emulate them, but I don't know. Anyway, I really enjoyed my journey with the Penguin, and I hope you did too. There's nothing much else to say. If you are interested in the full uncut, uncensored reaction episodes, they're all going to be on Patreon, obviously. Otherwise, the highlight episodes on YouTube. What a journey it's been. I don't regret it. But that's a crazy review, I think. I think it's not a perfect show, but it's definitely not a bad show. So that's all I got to say about the Penguin. Pengu is finally over. Thank you for joining me. Taking over the world one way or the other. Appreciate it. And we'll see you guys in the next whatever series we watch. Have a good night. Goodbye, travelers.